Hello, people. So, we are formally in our final week of the semester. I don't even know how that's possible, but here we are. This, as you all know, is a writing week for you. Later today, you have a rough draft of your final essay due by 5 p.m. Uh, just so that you all know, I am not grading these drafts. They will be just marked complete or incomplete. I will be providing you with some feedback. I'll give you feedback on your thesis statements and just take a general look at your essay's construction and give you a little bit of feedback. And also, you will be receiving feedback and also giving feedback to one of your fellow classmates by 6:30ish tonight. You should receive through Canvas an essay from one of your classmates to review. I'm asking that you provide each other with considerate and generous feedback, the type of feedback that you would want to receive on your own work. Try to also provide for someone else. Actually, when we give feedback, we become better editors ultimately of our own work. So keep that in mind. I have provided a guide for you that's posted under modules, under writing resources, the first module there that you can use. You can use that and answer the questions and upload it on Canvas to your partner if you want to do it that way. If you want to sort of provide feedback directly in Canvas, you have that option to do as well. You can use the guide just to make sure that you are hitting all the sort of points that you should hit in giving feedback. And you should aim to turn your feedback to your partner back by Friday, no later than 5 p.m. This will give your partner time and you time to implement whatever changes you need to make. Think about the comments that you're getting back. I too will be turning back to you my comments and my feedback by Friday evening as well, so that you do have a little bit of time to process and make whatever updates and changes you need to make. I am forcing your hand a little bit here in asking you to turn in a draft early. And the reason for that is not to torture you, but to actually get you to think about these essays before you turn them in, and to sort of provide and produce the best, strongest essay that you can, right? I always think of final essays as kind of like your recital, right? It's amassing the things that you've learned throughout the semester and creating a clear, cogent argument and putting these texts into conversation with one another in a way, in an original way, right? Some of you have asked me how to construct sort of the body paragraphs of your essays. If you could sort of focus on individual characters, if you're taking on, 2 or 3 characters, could you sort of write a body paragraph dedicated to each one of those characters? I really think that you should, and I've said this before, but I really think that you should try to engage at least 2 characters in each of your body paragraphs. If you're dealing with 3 characters and you don't want to deal with all 3, or if it's just becoming too long of a paragraph, fair enough. But try to engage at least 2. The reason for this is because this type of an essay is really asking you to develop your connective thinking between these 2 texts. Imagine these 2 characters. Imagine Demeter and Penelope sitting down and having a cup of coffee, and you provide them with a topic. How would they talk to each other? How would they communicate? How would their respective historical, cultural, temporal influences, linguistic influence, how would that sort of inform their conversation with one another? If you put Odysseus and Gilgamesh down at a table with each other, how would they communicate? What would they talk about? Where would they align? Where would they importantly diverge? So again, I think you will find more opportunity to build sort of your analysis and your connective thinking if you do structure your essay in that particular capacity. So aim to do that. Also, you will notice under the discussion tab that we have an extra credit forum going on in relation to Medusa. Medusa is such a juicy character. She is a complicated character, a nuanced character. She's been sort of utilized and weaponized in a lot of different ways. I've given you some scholarly essays to kind of situate her as a character and as a sort of resurrected symbol for modern feminists, as a beacon of sort of creativity and empowerment. So you can kind of feel free to draw on those resources as well in your final essays. You can also draw on the myths that you presented on, and thank you for those. Your presentations were so fun to watch and to read. I've learned something. I hope you all learned something too. It's just very cool um, to see you all customize the class a little bit and contribute in such a meaningful, important way. So you can write on the myth that you presented on. If you want to, you can write on the Medusa extra credit myth if you want to. Just make sure, again, that you are responding to one prompt, engaging two and no more than three different texts, and are not writing on a text that you covered in your midterm, okay, in your midterm essay. They have to be two completely new texts. But you can draw from earlier in the semester if you want. If you didn't write on that text earlier in your midterm, you can certainly draw on it in your final. If you would like to participate in the Medusa discussion forum, it is there for you. Perhaps when you're done submitting your drafts, you could turn your attention to it. You will get an extra credit point on your final course grades for having done so. And some of you from my conferences and talking to some of you are actually using her in your essays, which I totally encourage you to do. But it might be cool then to also have this forum. So you might sort of generate new ideas or find a way to sort of finesse ideas that you're already contemplating and putting in your essays. So that's available to you, as is an optional thesis workshop. If you want to post a thesis, if you want to get a little bit of feedback specifically just on that from your peers, from me, you can also do that as well. So you do have, I'm hoping you have ample opportunity to flush out your ideas, ample opportunity to sort of construct the strongest, most well thought out final essays that you can, and also, get as much feedback as you can to sort of maximize your grade on those essays. Okay. If you have any other questions as we go through the rest of this week, over the weekend, feel free to reach out to me, shoot me an email if you do want to still meet and have a conference even in the next 2 days, or even over the weekend if you're just in a panic about something. Just shoot me an email and hopefully we can try to schedule something, have a little time. Otherwise, just email me. You guys are almost there. I know some of you are seniors. I know you are exhausted. I know you just want to sit around and watch Netflix and cry, and I totally get that, and I think you should do that as soon as this essay is formally submitted on Monday by 5 p.m. You're almost there. You're so close. Just stay the course for another week or so, and you'll be golden, pony boy. All right. Questions, be in touch. Talk soon. Bye. Good luck with your essays.